Hey guys, this is Magnificent One speaking. I just wanted to go over a little drawing I did today of Wolverine. A lot of people like these process videos. So what you'll see here is the first thing I like to do is just do an outline. I adjusted a little bit. This is all drawn from my head. There's no reference with this, so some of the details might be off, like some of the small details of the costume and stuff, right? But I always like to kind of have the shape first. In this case, I want to do a little bit of foreshortening, so I'll adjust that until I get it correctly. And what I tend to do then is once I have a good outline, I then work in the details kind of section by section. So in this case, I started with the glove and the forearms. I like doing this first because the forearms have kind of these crazy little details, and what I'm doing is I use the hair on Wolverine's arms as a way to show the contrast between the light and the shadows. So you'll see a little bit of erasing and redrawing, and what I'm doing now is kind of mixing the texture of the hair as well as just cross hatching for some shadows. Then what I'll do is I like to put veins in here, so you'll see this in a minute. Once I get kind of the general outline, the way I do veins is I'll draw them up and then I'll actually erase them over the top of whatever's there. So it's not actually realistic, but what it does is it gives a nice contrast, and it produces this nice effect of having them pop out. And from there, it's doing these shadows and going around the outside and making kind of this three-dimensionality between the muscles in the back, and then again doing a couple more shapes here. Claws, those are always pretty simple. I do the striations in the chest as a way to make those muscles pop out. So the face, when I do his mask, I will go between I'll switch between doing like a all black like it is here now, and sometimes what I'll do is I'll actually make the contrast where it'll just be full of shadows and folds and stuff like that. But I like the all black in this case. I think it makes it stand out. That being the case, though, that means when I do shadows, I need to crosshatch shadows instead of just fill them out as just dark black spaces that are filled up, right? So from here, I do a little effect with the hair where I'm just erasing very, very thinly to make it seem like there's almost a glow of the light there. The hands are, I always find that actually pretty simple if you think about them as just, multiple shapes. You look at the joints, you look at what's showing, and you go from there. I add a little bit of texture, put the claws out, and that's it. Do the boots, these are Wolverine's old school boots. I think I ended up adjusting this left leg a couple of times because it just seemed like it was a little bit too long. So you'll see that kind of be erased here in a minute. And same with the hands. A lot of times I struggle with getting the hands the right size, and so that's what I was talking about, the leg there. And it's the proportionality that matters to me, right? A lot of times you can do some details, they look good, but the proportions are off just a little bit. What you also saw there was I was thinking about pitting Juggernaut and kind of creating a fight, but then I thought it wouldn't be a great angle just to have Juggernaut in the foreground. So instead I kind of just put a moon in the background and put some pine trees there to kind of represent the Canadian woods. And then once I filled in all the little lines with these pine trees, what I then decided to do was kind of put a little bit of texture in the moon. So whenever you do a circular shape and you do a texture on one side, it tends to flatten it out. So if you look very carefully, this isn't a perfect circle. It's actually elongated as an oval, because what's going to happen is as I put that texture in, you will then notice that it kind of flattens it out. So there you have it. That's how I drew Wolverine, and I thought it was a pretty nice drawing. It was a quick one. Took maybe, I don't know, between 20 and 30 minutes to do, but it's a pretty nice composition, and you've got a pretty decent picture of Wolverine jumping up in the air attacking somebody or someone. Alright, thanks guys. Bye.